Hello, Food Storage Made Easy Land. If you're watching this on the replay, what I'm going to talk about today is the 7-day challenge. Hopefully you all have seen it and know a little about what it is, but I'll introduce it a little bit and then talk about what I'm doing for day 1 of the challenge, which happens to be today, Friday. We haven't usually started on a Friday in the past, but I wanted to try it this year and see how it works out. So a few people are coming on live. Hopefully, you know, if you pop on, if you see me, say hi so I don't feel like I'm just talking to myself. If you have questions, I'll try to answer them, or at least I'll go through and answer them in the chat at the end. So 7-day challenge. This is something that, this is the 10th year that we have done this challenge with you guys, all of our readers, and it's super fun, super educational. It's basically, hi Kimberly, it's basically 7 days of emergency scenarios, and it's usually been a different scenario each day, so you practice living through a mock emergency. So you may have a house fire and you have to evacuate, or you live through a hurricane and it floods your basement, and you know, all kinds of different things. Hey, another Kim, hello. So we get to practice, because when you actually have to pull out your solar oven and use it, it's a very different feeling from being like, oh, I've got one in a box in the basement, I'm fine. Like, there's definitely a learning curve, and every year that we've done it, I've learned something new. So I'm super excited to be doing it again this year. I've already found some stuff that I need to work on. So this year's 7-day challenge is going to be slightly different than past years, because it's going to be one emergency that carries through the whole week. And I previewed it a little bit with day 1. So you might have noticed in day 1 it says that our country is at war. There's an attack that's imminent. It's coming. No one knows when. No one knows what kind of attack. It could be nuclear. It could be chemical. It could be just a traditional bomb. We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if they're going to attack us on our coast or if they're going to throw airplanes over. So how do you prepare? So what we did for day 1 is, I've got this little download on our blog, Last Minute Preparedness Checklist. So today I've been going through and checking off or circling what I still need to do. And I wanted to show you guys a couple of little things that I've been doing. And obviously, like, I've been working on this stuff all day, so I didn't do my hair, I didn't do my makeup, I'm wearing a hoodie. Don't judge me. I always think fall is for hoodies and hockey, and preseason hockey is starting, so it's a hoodie and hockey day for me around here. Okay, so 72-hour kits. This is actually, mine are always out of date, it feels like. I don't know if you guys feel like that too. Every time I pull them out, I'm like, I swear I did this last year, but the clothes are 3 years too small for my children. And kind of same thing with the food. It's always expired. So I've been working on 72-hour kits, but I don't actually have my kids with me today. They're with their dad. So I'm going to do it with them a little later in the week as one of our activities together, probably Monday night as a family. But what I am doing is going through some of the food items. So I wanted to show you guys these, because these are so awesome for 72-hour kits. And last time I did my 72-hour kits, they didn't exist. So these are to-go meals from Thrive. And they are individual servings, freeze-dried food of island-style pork, chicken fajitas, and chicken salad. I did a little taste test video on these a while back, live with my kids, and they like them all. They eat them. So I'm letting them pick which ones they want to put in for their meals. And then we'll just throw in some crackers or something to go along with it. And boom, we have dinners at least covered. Super easy. I'll throw in some like granola bars, probably vacuum seal them to preserve them a little bit longer. And then for snacks, I love letting my kids just pick which snacky bags they want to include. So there's a bunch of different ones. There are, hi Tracy, you know, coconut bites like yogurt. You can just get plain fruits. They have more savory filling ones like pretzels and cheese. So those are all great for 72-hour kits, and I love that. So that is kind of my project partially today, but I'm going to finish it on Monday. I'll probably snap a picture of me pulling everything out. My kids always giggle and hold up their clothes that are way too small. So hopefully I'm not the only one that does that. Hi, Shirley. Thanks for saying hi, guys. Makes me feel fun that you're here. Okay, so then lighting and power is the next section. So I actually don't love flashlights at my house because my kids always use them, lose the batteries, steal the batteries for other things. So my powerless lighting plan really revolves around this Goal Zero unit. I think this one's a Yeti 150. I'll throw a link for this on after. But I love this because it's good for powering small things. You can plug in this lantern or lamp. And so I'll usually like hang this from my kitchen, and then this lights up the whole kitchen and family room area in my house. So it's kind of stationary with the unit here. And then I also have one of these lanterns that my kids can take this and walk around the house if they need to use the bathroom. And this has a USB port in it too. So if you need to charge a device or something in a different room and you don't want to carry the base around, you can use this for that. This also charges in this, so it plugs into here and charges. And you can also see I've got my phone charging. So if you click, you just click the buttons on it. So this is the USB. So when I want it to run the USB port, then my phone's charging. If I want to run the lamp, then I can do that for the 12 volt. So that's what I do for my power and my light. We also like using candles. We think it's fun and they smell good. And I have like a million old candles from different gifts. So I have located candles in my lighters, and that's what we use for lighting. And the kids like it. We tell ghost stories and they make it super fun. They love this week of the year. I'm like, this is the worst week of the year. They're like, this is the best week of the year. They're really hoping that we will get to go camping outside for, because they want to sleep in a tent with their mom. Like, we don't do that anyways. But it's fun when you don't have to. Anyways, or when you have to, it's fun. So that's what I've got from the lighting and power list. So that takes care of like my phone, even my laptop. Might be able to charge in here. I haven't tried charging it, but I do make sure that my laptop's charged. Okay, so then water. I always have water to be filled too for some reason. So I love storing water in these water bricks. And as you can see, this one's empty. So tonight I'm finding, I always like end up using them for other things and then leave them empty somewhere in my house. So I'm collecting all my water bricks around the house tonight, filling them up. And then on the list, there are some extra ideas like filling bathtubs and filling Rubbermaid bins. Like if you know something's gonna happen, fill up all your water that you can, right? Okay, then family communication and planning. This is like all emergency binder stuff. So a lot of you probably already have this done. So I have my Prepare My Life planner, and in it is like my evacuation list, my family plan, my all my emergency contacts, and then all of my documents as well. So I usually, during the challenge, go through and update anything that's changed in the year, which some things have changed. We actually got a puppy. And so my evacuation list, I have like kids and cat at the top. Now I have to add dog, probably before cat, because we like the dog better than the cat. Don't tell the cat I said that. You guys want to see my puppy? He's so cute. Oh, this is Zeke. And I also need a 72-hour kit for him. So that's another thing I'm adding. Hi, Shanto, I don't know how to say your name. Anyways, this is Zeke. So now I have to add a little 72-hour bag for him that has, an extra leash and some food. And I think on, on the food section of our checklist, he loves fighting still. He's a little naughty dog. Isn't he cute? We love him. But he will make evacuating a little bit more difficult. So yeah, I'm updating that, which we didn't have a dog last time I looked at my 72-hour kits. So it's definitely good to do this at least once a year, if not twice a year. And in terms of food, so on the checklist, it says make sure you have extra food and litter for your pets. And I was just feeding him, and he has not enough food to last for a week probably. And if you know in the challenge, we don't go to the store for a week. So tonight I filled up gas, and I'm still gonna run to the store and buy some dog food as well, so that my puppy doesn't have to starve for a week. I guess I could make homemade dog food, but whatever. Let's see, what else am I doing? So powerless cooking, I usually feel pretty good about that. I know I've got my spare fuel, so I just kind of went around and double checked everything for that. If you do need to go buy fuel, make sure you do it today before day 2 starts tomorrow. Then sanitation. Oh, one year we did the challenge and we had to practice pooping in emergency toilets in a bucket. And my kids did not enjoy that very much, but that's why it's good to practice. I can't tell you whether or not we will have to do that this year, but you may want to have an emergency toilet just in case. And then, yeah, I filled my gas tank, and then I've got fun stuff ready for the kids. I'm working on my fire detectors because I had a time where they would just, or my smoke alarms would go off randomly in the middle of the night for no reason. So I finally just unplugged all of them. But now we have all these fires going on in Utah, and it made me kind of paranoid. So right now I only have like one in the downstairs and one in the upstairs, but I'm going to work on figuring out the other ones in some of the other bedrooms. So that is what I am doing tonight. What are you guys doing today? It's kind of a lot. And like I'm going through this and it's kind of making me stressed out a little bit, and I don't even have a big emergency, a real emergency coming. So I can't imagine everybody, with Florence coming and with these fires in Utah and just so much going on in the world. It's pretty stressful. And so if you can take care of some of these things before a real emergency hits, then you're going to be able to handle the emergency a lot better. So you guys, come on over to the Facebook group. It's way easier to share in there because you can actually post like your own pictures and start text chains about what you're doing with the challenge. So if you go to facebook.com/groups/food storage made easy, you can find our group there, and that's where most of the sharing will happen between everyone else. Like I'll post on our page, but if you guys post on here, it doesn't really show to everybody else. So join the group. We also post a lot on Instagram. If you like to be there better, use the hashtag, I forget what I said it was, FSME 7-Day Challenge or something like that. And then everybody can find what you're looking for. If you guys have any questions about the challenge or day one, feel free to post them in comments. If you have not signed up for the challenge emails, you'll want to do that. If you go foodstoragemadeeasy.net/7day, you can sign up there. If you're on our email list already, you won't be getting the challenge email tomorrow, unless you're signed up for the actual 7-day list. I don't want to bombard people with emails if they're not actually interested in doing the challenge. So if you want to join me and join all our other readers, usually there's a couple thousand people who are doing it. Not that many are vocal about it, but join us. It's fun. You'll learn. Even if you can't do every day scenario perfect, do it the best you can and see how you do. And everybody that goes through it, everybody that follows along walks away feeling a little more prepared for an emergency. So love you guys. I will post links to some of the stuff that I talked about, and we will catch you tomorrow when the actual war starts. Be afraid. I'm writing the challenges and I'm afraid. But don't be too scared because, we're doing it together. We got this. All right. We'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night.